Hey there, everybody. My name is Paul Texador. Most of you know me as Tex. I am the Honor Guard training captain for Madison Fire Department and Local 311 Honor Guards. As you can see, I'm coming to you from the basement of Bucky's Firehouse, station number 4. I'm on duty today. I just wanted to give you a quick video for some training regarding Honor Guard so that you can practice either at station or at home in your downtime. Things we're going to go over today, we're going to go over some standing manual is what we call it in the Honor Guard. It's going to be position of attention, the different positions of rest, a few facing movements, and we'll also go over saluting. Most of this is going to be review for the people who've been on the Honor Guard for a long time, but for the new people, this will be a good introduction for you to some of the basic things we do in Honor Guard. If you got any questions or concerns, feel free to email me or text me. I'll be happy to help. All right, so position of attention. First off, you're going to put your feet at 45-degree angles pointing to the corners of the room. So if you take your feet and put them close together, pinned together, and now just kick them out so that they're about a 45-degree angle with the heels close together in the back. Always make sure the heels are touching in the back. The hands in this position are going to be, the first 4 fingers are going to kind of like you're holding a roll of dimes, kind of close them up like this, and then you're going to cover the thumb right over that roll of dimes. You're going to place your hands on the seam of your pants. So if you have the seam along your pants here, you're going to place that first finger and thumb kind of right along that seam. Okay. Your arms are going to be relaxed. We don't want them super stiff. We don't want them chicken winged like this. We want them kind of nice and relaxed. Shoulders back. Your head should be in a neutral position, so we don't want you looking up like this. We don't want your chin down like this. Okay? So from the front, 45 degrees, hands tucked right along the seam of your pants, head in a neutral position, shoulders back. If you look from the side, same thing. Feet at a 45, hands are nice and relaxed but strong, shoulders back, head in a neutral position. That's position of attention. Sometimes before we use position of attention, you'll hear the command to stand by, and that's just a preparatory command making sure that you're ready for the position of attention. So if I'm in a position of rest, the commander might say, stand by, and I'll make sure that I'm ready. Attention, hut. And close your left foot towards your right foot. So your right foot is always your base for position of attention, for position of rest, for anything else. Okay? So let's talk about parade rest. So if we're at the position of attention, we want to go to a ceremonial parade rest. All we're going to do is move that left foot out about shoulder width apart, and then we're going to take our hands from our sides and put them behind us in that chicken wing sort of fashion. So our elbows are going to go out. Okay, so the command is parade rest. And you snap right to it. 1 count movement. I'll turn around to the back so you can see. What you're doing with your hands is you're putting your left hand on the small of your back, and then your right hand is locking in between that. So you see the thumbs are locked right here. So position of attention. Parade rest. Lock it in to the small of the back. From the side, position of attention. Parade rest. 1 count movement. Now another one of the rest positions is stand at ease or at ease. So if we're in a position where we're at the position of attention, we want to take a break for a period of time, the commander could say at ease or stand at ease. And you're going to do the same thing you did with parade rest. You're going to slide your left foot over shoulder width apart, and at the same time you're going to take your hands into the front and just cross them left over right in this case. Thumbs are going to kind of intertwine behind you. Okay, so that's at ease or if you're in a formal formation, stand at ease. So the difference between parade rest and stand at ease is your hands, when they're in the back for parade rest, is a little bit tougher on your shoulders, so it's a harder position to stay at for a longer period of time. So stand at ease, if you're going to be at a position for a longer time, you can go ahead and go to the front, and that'll kind of take a little bit of stress off your shoulders. You can stay in that position for a long period of time. The next position is rest. The difference between stand at ease and rest isn't much at all, other than the fact that when you call it, you say rest. Same motions as stand at ease or at ease, but in this particular case, you can actually talk in a low voice. Stand at ease, you can stand at ease, but there's no talking whatsoever. Basically the same movements. Rest. And then you rest, but no talking. For stand at ease, at rest you can talk in a low tone. And then finally, fall out. So this is another position of rest. You're at the position of attention. Your detail is done. You've come to a halt, whatever it is. Your commander says, fall out or fall out. You're going to do an about face, and then you're going to step off with the left foot. So an about face, fall out, and then step off with the left foot, and then your detail has been dismissed. So you've got parade rest, at ease, rest, and fall out. Those are the 4 rest positions as opposed to the 1 attention position. And as you saw there, we did do an about face. We'll do some facing movements now. So from your position of attention, you're going to do a left face, left face, 1, 2. It's a 2-count movement. Hands stay at the sides, head stays forward. The only thing that's moving is your left foot and your right foot. So when you go to the left, your left heel is what you're spinning on, and your right ball of your foot is what you're spinning on. So think of 2 pivot points like this, okay? So left, face, 1, and then you're just going to bring that right foot on count 2 back to that 45-degree heel click. 2-count movement. All it is for the right face is opposite. So for a right face, I'm going to spin on my right heel and the toe or the ball of my left foot. Right face, 1, 2. Left face, 1, 2. Okay? Everything else should maintain. The about face is one of the more difficult things to kind of master, so you're going to need to practice this quite a bit. Great thing to do at home. The difference here is instead of doing 2 right faces to get facing the opposite direction, or 2 left faces, you can do it in 1 straight movement. About face, 1, 2. The key to about face is where you put your right toe. So you're always going to move your right foot on an about face, and you're always going to spin on your left heel and the ball of your right foot. The key is placement of that right foot. What you want to do is think about placing it behind it, almost like you're stepping right behind it and kind of touching the toe, and then take 1 foot length or 1 foot width over to the side. That's about the right spot. And you want to get on the heel of your left foot, ball of your right, and start to spin. Okay. One of the things that I see a lot, and that you'll see in new people, is they're going to go like this, and they're going to bend their knee, and then they're going to kind of swing their arms to try to come around, and they're going to lift that left leg up. Try to concentrate very much on keeping your legs almost like there's a pin in them. Okay, I don't want to see bent. I don't want to see a toe going like this. I don't want to see a knee bending like this. What we want is a straight, flat foot to a flat ground and spin to where you line it up perfectly into that 45 degrees. Everything else maintains the position of attention. Up, out, peace. 1 count, 2 count. Up, out, peace. 1 count, 2 count. The only other variation to that is a 3 count about face, which is a ceremonial move. A lot of times if you have a flag with you, an about face with a flag that you're carrying is just going to make that flag spin and tip. So a much nicer and cleaner version of the about face is a 3 count. 3 count about face is said like this. 3 count, about face. You're going to put your left foot into a T position, basically locking the arch of your left foot into the toe of your right foot. That's count 1. Count 2 is making an L with your right foot and your left foot. And count 3 is bringing it over to a 45 so that you're facing the other direction. So if I'm pretending to have a flag here that I'm pinching, if I move like this, 3 count, about, haste. 1, 2, 3, that flag has not moved whatsoever. 3 count, about, haste. 1, 2, 3. Takes a lot of practice to get your feet in that particular zone. So do a little bit of that, kind of practice with your feet, have somebody watch you, keep practicing that. Last thing we're going to talk about is present arms. So there's a couple of different present arms. There is a regular present arms, which is a 1 count movement, and then there is the slow present arms, which we do for a ceremonial thing, mostly at funerals, but maybe in other occasions as well. So the first present arms is just present arms is what you say, and you're going to go always from the position of attention. Present arms. 1. Okay. Things you want to keep in mind with the present arms. You're going to uncurl your hand right at about the belt line, and then follow it right up what would be the buttons of your shirt, all the way up to the point where you're wearing your cover. That middle finger is touching the edge of your cap or your cover. Very important so that you're not going out like this or like this. You want to come straight up, start to get that elbow at a nice bend so that you got a 90 degree right here. We don't want it tucked in like a pilot. We don't want it way up high and off to the side. The other very important thing with the salute is pretend that you've got a pin going from your elbow all the way to that tip of your finger, to where you cannot bend this wrist whatsoever. You can't bend those fingers, can't bend that wrist. It's just one straight line. So that once you start to bring it up, boom, it's a straight line. If we start bending our wrists like this or like this, you're going to tell the difference. That thumb is also another key point. We don't want that thumb sticking out like that. We want our hand tipped about a 45 degrees, and then that thumb tucks in right behind it where you cannot see it whatsoever. Okay? And then try to get it, instead of out in front, off to the side. One more time. Present arms. 1. The command to get your present arms down to the ground is order arms. 1. Okay? Second variation is the slow present arms. It's more of a 7 count movement. If you're in a line of people, basically keep an eye with your peripheral vision and try to maintain a nice slow up until you all come to the same point at the top. So it would be present arms. 7, order, arms. 6, 7. Back to the position of attention. That's all I'm going to do for today. If you got any questions or concerns, just shoot me an email. If you got any comments, also shoot me an email or text. I'm always available. Hopefully these are good little training minutes for you, and hope to see you soon at a live in-person training.